Hello guys, I hope you are doing well. I just want to welcome you to this channel. To those who are new, you are more than welcome to be part of the family. What I advise you is to just uh, click our subscribe button there and then hit the notification bell so that each time we upload content you'll get it while it's still fresh. All right, now what I'm going to do today is just to skip into the most important part of this lesson, which is expansion of brackets. I hope and trust that you are going to enjoy this lesson. So without wasting much of your time, let us jump into the topic. Okay guys, so I believe what I think is very wise in this topic is to make sure that I give you all the bolts and nuts of what we are going to do so that we will start working together. All right, so the first thing that we are going to do, we are going to be looking at only 4 examples. So these are the 4 examples that you are going to be looking at, and the rules that we are going to deal with in this video are 3, but not only in this video, but these are the rules that we are going to be dealing with when we are expanding brackets. So if we do apply these rules to these 4 questions by the end of the lesson, I believe if you're following up, you'll be able then to do it yourself when you meet any other question that is to do with the expansion of brackets. So let us now jump into the first part of the question, which is question 1. Okay, so the first question is reading minus 2x into 4m plus 5. How we solve this question is very simple. We solve it by the rule, which is saying term outside multiplies every term inside. The rules are there on the left, but I'm trying to display them also this side so that we can verify. Okay, so let us now use this rule and see what do we get. Okay, so what we have as the term outside here is negative 2. That's the term outside the brackets, as you can see. Okay, and then 4m and plus 5 are the terms inside the brackets. So this means this negative 2x is going to multiply every term inside. That's the rule. Let us look at it. So the first thing is when we multiply negative 2x multiplied by 4m, we get a negative 8m and x. Okay, then we do again to make sure that every term inside is multiplied by negative 2x. So that means we are left with negative 2x multiplying then positive 5. The answer is going to be a negative 10x. So that's how we simplify a question like this, and this is how we apply the first law, which says term outside affects every term inside the bracket. Okay, so the second question is reading 2x minus 5y into 3m plus 2p. Okay, let this not surprise you. This is going to be simplified using a question using the rule number 2, which is saying for 2 brackets you have to break the first one and then build the second one. This is the rule. Okay, now what I'm going to do is to indicate which one is the first and which one is the second. Okay, so let us take this bracket to be the first bracket. So if this one is the first bracket, okay, so if this one is the first bracket, okay, what we are going to do is we are going to break it. That's what the law says. So we break the first bracket, and if this one is the second bracket, we are going to build this second bracket. So according to this law, it means breaking, how many components do we have in the first bracket? Okay, you are right, we have got 2 components. 2x is the first component, minus 5y is the second component. So when we break it, this means 2x as a component, we will build the second bracket, and then minus 5y as a component, we will build the second bracket as well. Okay, let us do that. In practice, this means we put our stage, and then 2x, which is the first component of the first bracket, is going to multiply 3m plus 2p, which is the second bracket as a whole, and then minus 5y, which is the second component, we will multiply 3m plus 2p as a whole. Forgive me for this. Okay, and then from there we are going to be applying this rule number 1. Okay, so rule number 1 says that what we are going to do is to multiply everything that's inside the brackets by the terms outside the bracket. Let's do that. Okay, so this means that the term outside 2x is going to multiply 3m, and then we will have 6mx. 2x is going to multiply 2p, and we will have plus 4px. Minus 5y will multiply 3m, and we will have negative 15my, and then minus 5y will multiply plus 2p, and we'll have a minus 10p. This is what we do in order to get to this answer. So let me just underline the answer as well as the answer for the first question. Okay, so trying to explain law number 3, which says that a bracket should be treated as a variable in the case of maybe simplifying any expressions. I'm going to use this one as an example. So, let me just say, if x squared, this variable, is to be simplified, we would find out that it means x multiplied by x. Okay, so in like manner, we said the way we treated x squared is the way we should treat also our bracket, the same way. All right, so meaning to say here our bracket is raised to the power 2, which means our bracket is going to multiply itself again. Okay, so when we apply this in practice, you would find out that this bracket 3m minus 5y is going to multiply itself again, 3m minus 5y. That's according to rule number 3, which says that treat a bracket as a variable when simplifying expressions. Okay, now let us see then what's next in this part. Okay, so when we are here, the next part, if you can look at the question now, it is indicating clearly that we now have to apply rule number 2, which says break one of the brackets and build the other. Let us do that right now. Together again, this means we will have 3m, the first component of the first bracket, building into 3m minus 5y, which is the second bracket, and then minus 5y, the second component of the first bracket, building into 3m minus 5y, Okay, that's it all. When we are done with this, this means rule 2 is done. We are going to apply rule number 1, which says the term outside the bracket affects every term inside the bracket. That will have 9m to the power 2 and minus 15my. Then here we'll have minus 15my again and a plus 25y to the power 2. Alright, so when we are here, this means that we are done with the first rule. So what are we left with? This becomes now basic mathematics of simplifying like terms. We'll have here 9m to the power 2. The terms here are like terms because they are all terms, they are both of them terms in my. So what you're going to do is minus 15my minus 15my gives us minus 30my, and then here we bring down 25y to the power of 2. This is how we do it. Now we have come to the end of the question. So what you need to do is to underline our answer. It's done. Okay, so to sum up, this part, I'm going to repeat the first part, but now we are going to deal with brackets within expressions. I want you to listen very carefully. We are now dealing with brackets within expressions. So as I said, that according to law number 3, a bracket is treated as a variable. What does this mean? This means if I have my bracket, just like, okay, let me indicate this one, is 3x minus 4. If we treat this bracket as a variable, this means it has got a coefficient, and that coefficient is minus 7. Do not forget also to take the sign. So what we do now is to take it as negative, as we in the same manner we take negative 7x, okay, and we take also negative 7 into our bracket 3x minus 4. So what I want you guys to do is to understand that in a question like this, it is important to simplify the variable or the bracket itself, okay, first before you do anything. So in other words, we are going to apply the law of Bodmas, okay. We say that we simplify brackets, then we do division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. So let us quickly bring down the answer to our bracket. If we expand this bracket, we will have negative 21x and positive 28. All right, having done with this, this means the rest of the variables here should be brought down as they are, and then you'll be having plus 12 here and minus 18x. These are not multiplying our brackets, so you just bring them as they are. So I want you to be very careful in situations where you are given a bracket being expanded but within a certain expression. Make sure you identify which part is affecting the bracket. That's very, very much important. Okay, so what you're going to do at this stage now is we are going to simplify all these things as like terms, meaning to say we are done with rule number 3 applied, and we are done with rule number 1 applied, okay. So this means here we'll have 5y having no like terms, and then okay, just forgive, yeah, okay, so we'll have 5y minus 21x, and then when you're collecting like terms, 21x is likened to negative 18 x. Let me try and hit another warning here. Do not put 21x negative and plus 18x. That's wrong, because many people take this sign and take this 18, which is wrong. When you're collecting like terms, we should know that you take a number together with each sign. All right, so make sure that you take a term together with each sign. All right, that's very important there. Okay, so don't make such a mistake. So we'll take a number together, with each sign. Okay, all right, term together with each sign. Then after that, now we take plus 28 and then plus 12. They are also like terms. All right, when we are here, the last thing is to then simplify the like terms that you have collected. So we find that 5y is no like terms, and then minus 21x and minus 18x gives us negative 39x, and then 28 plus this one gives us a 14. Okay, when you are here, you are done with also this kind of equation. So I believe, guys, having done with this, we don't have many complaints with our topic. I believe these examples have helped you understand the basics and how do we apply rule number 1, rule number 2, and rule number 3 of solving equations. So if you have enjoyed this content, do not forget then to be part of the family. Subscribing is also to your benefit, that whenever we do post good content, you'll be able to get it on time. Do not enjoy it while it's delayed. Let's meet next time. Okay guys, sharp.